know y'all caught the news. Listen, hey, new head coach coming to Philadelphia, Nick Sirianni. Hey, we about to talk about it, gang, because we got to discuss the feelings of this today. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I ain't jumping for joy, but it is what it is. He is the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, and we going to go ahead and talk about all that today. So y'all already know, hey, this ain't a proper, hey, this is not going to go down without us opening this line today. So y'all already know how we rock. But before we, hey, hold on 1 second, gang. Hold on 1 second. Y'all already know. Before we get into any and all of that, hold up. Yeah! Hey, warm it up, though. You know what time it is. You know you on with, you know who you rocking with. It's your boy, phillynotion. Notion gang, salute. Hey, y'all already know. Let's check the 4K. Hold on. Hey, ring check. Y'all already know we still got one of those. So y'all already know the vibes. But hey, listen, if y'all new to this ride, y'all know what to do. Go hit that subscribe. Again, make sure you go hit that subscribe and activate that notification bell just so you live with all the Notion vibes. Listen, hey, gang, y'all know I had to come on here and air it out. I'm going to go ahead and air out my feelings today because, yes, sir, we did a lot of waiting for this coaching search, and it's been announced Nick Sirianni is coming to Philly. So, hey, let's go jump into it, gang. And I am opening up these call lines today just so we can talk about it as a gang. So, hey, it is what it is. We about to go and jump into it. But, hey, I see I got my notification gang in the building. I see y'all D3 Springs in this thing. Yes, sir. Hey, you already know we ready to rock, my guy. Hey, I'm going to give this guy a chance. I can't hate because I didn't want McDaniels. Hey, my man, I wasn't feeling McDaniels either, but it is what it is, man. Look, I'm not really feeling this Sirianni, but we have no choice but to give this man a chance. So, hey, without further ado, let me go and post this link right now because, again, we about to go and get this thing talking today because y'all already know the vibes. This is a big change for this team. Listen, right now, the last coaching opportunity yet, he was a quarterback coach, hey, over there with Frank Reich, or my apologies, he was the quarterback coach, I believe it was with the Chargers, hey, along with Frank Reich, before he transitioned to his job over there in Indianapolis, where he was, hey, I guess the coordinator there. But we ain't going to act like Frank Reich wasn't calling them plays. So, yes, sir, we're going to go and dive into it all today. So, let me go and get this link posted. Y'all already know the vibes today. All right. So, I got the link posted. Let me go and get this thing pinned. Hold up. All right. So, the link is now pinned in the actual comments field. So, again, feel free, if you like to go ahead and stop in and state your piece on this whole coaching situation, feel free. The link is in the description box or in the actual chat box. So y'all know how we rocking. So first things first, let me go ahead and jump into my topic because, again, we know the Eagles hire Nick Sirianni as the head coach. So we're going to talk about it again because I'd like to know first and foremost, hey, is this a good or is this a bad hire? Ha! We about to find out. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm not too impressed by it just because, again, hey, unfortunately, he doesn't have, in my opinion, any experience calling plays. We know who was actually calling the plays in Indianapolis, and I believe it was Frank Reich. So for whatever reason, listen, right now this team is doing whatever we can to try to fix the mistake of letting Frank Reich go. So, hey, it is what it is. Again, I'm not completely convinced by it. The Eagles did a lot of time wasting trying to find their so-and-so uncalled coach. But as we're beginning to see, this market looks so unattractable. Ain't nobody want the job. So, hey, it is what it is. So, again, I'm not completely jumping for joy. But then again, I wasn't jumping for joy when we signed Doug Peterson either. But we do have to give this man a chance. And that's how it's going to rock in the city of Philly. So, hey, again, I'm going to bring some people in here. I already see I got a special guest backstage right now. I got to bring my guy in because I already know he got the inside scoop on all of this. So, hey, gang, I see y'all in the building. I'm going to get to the comments when I can, but right now, y'all know I'm on rant mode because we just got a new coach up in here, and I don't know how to feel about it. So we're going to talk to the gang and get the whole full scoop. So first things first, let me bring my guy from Indianapolis himself. Yes, sir. Great content creator. My guy, Derek Logger, in this. Hold up. Hey, sir, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing, man?
Hey, bro, hey, man, I'm glad you swang through, man. I know I'd probably be seeing you around this time, man. I know you. Hey, look, great reporter on the Colts. Y'all make sure y'all go check my man out. Because, again, listen, we about to get the inside scoop, hopefully, on some Nick Sirianni. Because, again, I don't know how to feel about this. So, my man, if you could please maybe give me a little back history on this man. Because from what I know, listen, he wasn't calling plays in Indianapolis. So, I don't know. Hey, listen, maybe the Eagles found they puppet guy. I don't know. But I need to know from the inside scoop how you feel about Nick Sirianni, my guy.
Yeah, man, I've been looking around all the different Eagles content creators things, looking to see how everybody's been feeling about it. I mean, everybody's got differing opinions. You're right, though. Sirianni, when he was in Indianapolis, was not, the guy that was calling plays. You're right. That was right for the most part. Sirianni had his say on how the game plan was going to go down, how personnel worked in that situation. And you're right. He was a quarterback's coach with the Chargers, came over to Indianapolis with Reich. It's kind of ironic that I was hearing about it. The OC of the Eagles goes on to take the head coaching job at Indianapolis. And now the OC of that head coach is now going to be the head coach of the Eagles. Kind of ironic how this things turn. But, man, let me tell you, I think Sirianni is exactly what you guys needed in a situation where the locker room felt a little bit decisive. I felt like at times the offense and some of the guys were not happy with Peterson, not happy with the way things were being ran. I think Sirianni is the guy that relates to players so very well. He knows how to get things going. He knows how to get guys to fall in line. He holds accountability. He's a very open kind of guy. He's not very I would say Frank Reich is more of a chill guy, but Sirianni lets it all out there, man. He knows how to get it going. He knows how to make things work. Even though he doesn't have a ton of head coaching experience, and play calling experience at that, I think what he provides you from building a culture standpoint makes it so much better, and I think he's going to do a good job with you guys.
Hey, man, I'm going to take all of that, because, again, I'm a little nervous. Because, again, I like to have a surety, especially this is a head coaching move. This is something that's going to change our entire franchise moving forward. Now we got to start looking at what staff are we going to put around Nick Sirianni. I'm already hearing things such as, they're trying to bring, I believe, what is it? Your quarterback coach. I think it's like Marcus Brady. Possibly you like bringing Marcus Brady over here with him. I have no idea how that's going to work from an offensive coordinator standpoint. I would prefer to have a more established some type of offensive coordinator that's done the job before. So right now, how this is looking to me is looking like a big whole experiment in itself. I've never seen Nick Sirianni grab an actual playbook and coach the game. So how it's looking right now, again, we need that in our locker room. Definitely, the Eagles have a disaster of a locker room right now. It's a complete mess. But a lot of this, of course, if you've been watching the Eagles, a lot of this is ran by our GM. And our leadership at the top. So, we still got those problems. But I do think, with having Nick Sirianni in, it's going to give us a fresh, hopefully fresh new look on some of these quarterbacks we have. I do understand he's got some experience working with quarterbacks. And right now, listen, I know a lot of people are in our chat right now are talking about, was this hire for Carson Wentz? Listen, I hope not. I really hope they didn't just hire this man just to fix Carson Wentz. Because, again, I believe the best quarterback for this job needs to win this, this competition. So this is interesting, my guy. And again, right now, my feelings on it, Hey, I want Frank Reich back. How about that? Y'all back, Sirianni. Let us take Frank Reich back, and we good, my guy.
I've been saying that. I've been saying that to RB so much, seeing the Eagles just fall apart this season, and then just telling him, man, I bet y'all wish you had Frank Reich back right now. I bet y'all do. But I mean, look, man, I do actually want to know what the Eagles said to Sirianni to convince him to come in so quick. I mean, because I didn't realize that Sirianni was even in the mix. His name just popped up randomly from Schefter a few days ago, and then all of a sudden, wham! Like, oh, okay, well, it's done and over with. Like, that didn't take very long. So, I mean, what did they promise to him that made him say yes so quickly? Because, you know, that was one of the only 2 vacancies left. I mean, you have some questions about the quarterback and about the GM. I mean, did they give him promises of roster control? Did they let him be the decider on who the quarterback's going to be? I don't know what they did, but I mean, it must have been something pretty good to convince Sirianni in 48 hours that that was the right job for him.
Something was said, and at this point, I'm honestly waiting to hear from our GM and our owner on why this selection was made. Because again, yeah, I'm sure there was some things said to him, and honestly, if Nick Sirianni, if he's expecting to come over here to get some control, I don't think that's happening because Doug didn't have it. None of our previous coaches had it. So I'm confused also as to what might have been said to him that actually got him to officially sign the deal. But again, I mean, it's a head coaching job. It's definitely a progression step for him. So I understand taking the move. But again, I don't know how this is going to work. And I have a feeling, which I hope ain't the case, that he's going to end up being a scapegoat at the end of this year if it doesn't go as planned. So, listen, he's going to have a massive amount on his shoulders for this season. And the pressure's on Nick Sirianni. Everybody's going to be looking at him. But at the same time, listen, I mean, as long as he can come in here, if he could go ahead and get our quarterback situation cleared up, because we still got to go through that. Again, he's going to have to do some locker room building. But at the same time, listen, the pressure's going to be on Nick Sirianni, and it's starting now. So I know right now, and y'all let us know in the chat. Let me know kind of what your thoughts are. How do y'all feel about this hire? Matter of fact, on a scale of 1 to 10, gang, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this kind of a hire. So I'd like to know real quick your thoughts. Hey, again, I know you coming from the Indianapolis side. Mm-hmm. Do you co-sign on this signing for this head coach? Do you believe that he's, ready to take this role?
I will say this, and I will put my hand down on a Bible to state this is what I believe in Sirianni. If Sirianni does not work out for Philly, then there is a problem deeper than what your head coach can solve. That's all I'll say. Sirianni works really well with a Philly crowd. Believe me, he's got the energy, the passion. He is a no BS kind of guy. I know Doug Peterson a lot this last year when questionable things were done. He just kind of dodged around the bullet, kind of just didn't want to give the straight answer. Nick Sirianni owns up to it, man. He's been under Frank Reich's tutelage. He knows how it is. Frank Reich owns up to it when he makes a mistake. Says, I didn't have my best play calling day. He's going to be that same way. He's going to know he's going to not BS it. I think that's going to help the locker room. I think that's going to establish some trust. He may have some bad days to start, but I think that ultimately this guy knows how to coach a football team, whether that's a head coach right now or not. But I think he's going to fit right into what this team stands for.
Man, I so hope you're right. Again, this is kind of an experiment in a sense. We don't know what he's going to bring to this team. Hey, we knew, and don't act like our Eagle Nation didn't know some changes was coming this offseason. We saw how garbage of a performance we laid out in the season, so we expected some changes. But we getting wholesale changes over here in Philly. I mean, now, honestly, I'm kind of nervous now looking towards what we're going to do on the defensive side. So we just feel, our head coach with an experiment, in my opinion. I've never seen him in a head coaching position. So now what talent are we going to surround him with? We need an offensive coordinator. We need a defensive coordinator. What staff are we going to put in place to help Nick Sirianni? So listen, man, it's about to get strange in Philly because we don't know what direction we're going. A lot
Yep.
of these pieces are just coming in as they come in, man. So it's going to be fun to watch and, you know, put all these pieces together. But at the same time, I'm going to tell you right now, when I saw the alert that we got Nick Sirianni, I was not jumping up and down doing flips. So, hey, I gotta reserve myself. But at the same time, he's the head coach of this team, so we got to give him support. But, hey, my man, look, hey, I can't even be mad at y'all right now. Man, look, man, I'm missing some Frank Reich. That's how I'm really feeling when I saw that, honestly. But, hey, man, hey, let them know where to find you at, man. Again, man, this is one of the, great Indianapolis content creators. Go check my man out because definitely, listen, he's going to give you some of the scoop, especially with his team. But, I salute my guy for coming in on this upload of this Nick Sirianni. We got to get to it, my man.
Appreciate you, my guy. And you know, it's funny, before I talk about that, I think it would be funny because if you asked a lot of the Indianapolis Colts fan base whether or not they would ship Frank Reich back to the Eagles for anything, I think a bunch of them would actually say yes. So believe me, I think just as much of our Colts fan base wants Frank Reich gone just as much as yours wants him back. So I don't know why. Just a bunch of those Colts fans are idiots because they don't know what a good coach is. But, man, I'll tell you what, I'm glad y'all gave us Frank Reich. And it's only because, listen, I'll also say this. Maybe this will get your hopes up a little bit. Josh McDaniels helped us, okay? Because the only reason your guy Frank Reich got accepted to Indianapolis is because McDaniels decided to quit the job 12 hours after accepting it, okay? And then that's why we got Frank Reich. So look, I know y'all had McDaniels on your list there of potential guys to bring in. Maybe it is the blessing in disguise to keep McDaniels away from the Fly Eagles Fly and let Nick Sirianni do the rest of that work for you, man. I think it's going to be a good one. And listen, everybody, you guys can find me on Bring the Deuce Colts podcast on YouTube, Spotify, anywhere that you guys listen to podcasts. We are on there. Our Twitter and Instagram is at BTJ Pod. And if you guys are looking for mine, my personal Twitter is at Derek_larger. And that's pretty much it, man.
Hey, man, again, y'all make sure y'all go check my mans out. Because, again, hey, listen, when we have an opportunity to get some kind of a scoop on this coach, because I don't have a clue who Nick Sirianni is. I'm going to have to do my research just like everybody else. But at the same time, it sounds like he's at least a coach, that can bring in a good mindset here, which we definitely need here. I'm interested to see how he builds. But at the same time, listen, right now, we got some building blocks we have to do in Philly land, and it starts with the head coach. So I got to support the guy, but at the same time, I don't know what we're getting, and I'm not going to sit up here and lie like I'm, super excited for this. I don't know, gang. So we about to find out, and I hope my man is right. But, hey, my man, I appreciate you for coming on this thing. You already know I'm going to try to get through some of these callers, try to see where my Eagle Nation's feeling today because, again, this is breaking. But, hey, again, check my mans out. Hey, you already know the vibes, bro. Notion gang, salute.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you letting me on, man. I had to tell some of Eagles Nation a little bit about this guy, man. I had to spread some knowledge a little bit.
Hey, we appreciate the education. Anything we can get on that, hey, you already know we're going to take it, brother. So Appreciate the lookout, man. You have yourself a fantastic day, bro. Hey, Notion gang, salute.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Man, gang, listen. So, of course, we get some of the scoop from the Indianapolis side. Again, I don't know how to really take this, but at the same time, listen, we're going to have to move forward with this head coach and hope that he could put a staff around him to help him succeed. We saw it similarly with Doug Peterson. I didn't believe in Doug Peterson when we got him initially. But, hey, we put a decent staff around him, and we succeeded in 2017. So I expect a similar situation for us to put somebody around this coach. So, hey, next on, I'm going to bring my guy. I see I got my youngin' back here, my man Braden. Yes, sir. You already know, bro. Let me go and bring you on.
Yo, hey. Can I say something? I started
Absolutely.
a YouTube channel. I started a YouTube channel.
What? Yes, sir. My guy Braden started his YouTube channel. So you already know. Hey, go and let him know. Let him know where to find you at, my guy, because I'm going to go sub you up right now.
Find me at Philly fan all day.
Philly fan all day?
Yep, I have 8 subs, so I'd really appreciate it if you sub.
Hey, y'all heard it right there, and you already know I'm on that, my guy. So Philly fan all day. I'm going to make sure you're going to get another sub ASAP.
Philly, the podcast already subbed to me, so you're going to be second YouTuber to sub to me, so.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, you kicked that knowledge, Brayden. So since we got you on here.
I already posted a video about it, so.
Ooh, my man's already on the ball. I love it, Brayden. So tell me, how do you feel about this coaching change? How do you feel about Nick Sirianni being our head coach?
I'm happy because we got a head coach.
Okay. Hey,
I think this team going forward is gonna have to improve, but also they have to be good. They also have to improve, though. Like they have to. I think that next we have to get Howie out of here. That's the next thing we have to do. Music change. You're a Cowboys fan, right?
Oh yeah, she's a straight cow turf fan all day. But hey, listen. Hey,
if you get on here, I'll roast you. So maybe get on here.
Hey, Bray. So let me ask you this, man. Because again, I know with this hiring, there's a lot of questions going on right now. That's pretty much look. We know we got Deuce Staley right now on the team. What does this mean for Deuce Staley? What does that mean in your opinion for Deuce?
It's going to impact Deuce in a good way. Because we got a new head coach. Maybe him and Deuce could have a good friendship. Nick, Sirianni, and Deuce can have a good friendship, maybe. And then that could put up some chemistry, and then our team would be on fire, on point every single time.
Hey, I like the way that sounds. Honestly, if you ask me, I mean, unless Deuce Staley is promoted to like offensive coordinator or something with some kind of real position stability,
I think he will be.
I think that should be the move for Deuce. He should be the offensive coordinator of some sort. We should be hearing some kind of announcement for that because if he's not the offensive coordinator, I think Deuce is gone.
Yeah, and I think we have to get past some of these teams, like the Cowgirls. Like their team is actually a pretty decent team. They just had injuries this season. What do you think?
And one of the things with this whole coaching selection, Brayden, again, like this is gonna have a lot of impact on a lot of things we have here. Like, does Jeff Stoutland, our offensive line coach, does he stay? Does Deuce Staley stay? Yeah. I don't know yet. I believe we might be changing quarterback coaches. There's going to be a lot of changes potentially still happening, Brayden. And again, we seeing it all fold and fall in place how it goes. But let me ask you one more thing here because I'd like to know from you. Hey, do you consider this, is this a good or a bad hire?
Well, I say it's in the middle. So
okay.
I say it's in the middle because I have no clue what he's made of. But the past guy, I forget his name already, but he, I'll go sum him up first of all. And second, he really gave me much information. He gave me a lot of information. And
we're about to find out, Brayden. Again, we all in this together, kind of watching this,
watch it.
I don't know what happened to Eric Bieniemy. Like, I thought we was going to interview him. We never interviewed him.
They kind of just, like fold, and he just folded on the radar, and they got interested in more guys like Josh McDaniels, Deuce Staley, and stuff like that, and people like that.
Again, I believe honestly that the Eagles kind of, if this is their guy, again, I need to hear from the head. I need to hear from the owner. I need to hear from Howie Roseman on why this selection was made. Because again, hey, I already know they tried to call Lincoln Riley. He didn't want the job. They tried to.
The thing I think is Lincoln Riley. I don't think he wanted the job because he is at Oklahoma and he doesn't want to make a jump up, and also because Oklahoma, he's home. Oklahoma is home to him, and like when you're college, I feel like when you're a college coach, it's hard to make the jump up. Like you gotta maybe be really connected with the team to make the jump up.
That's true. That is true. And again, bro, we're going to have to find out how this thing plays out, man. Listen, any final thoughts? I'm going to try to get us a couple other callers here. Again, I had to come on here and get my rant out today, Braden, because, hey, this is a big change.
One final thought. Go Eagles!
Yes, sir. And again, y'all make sure y'all check my man Braden out. Hey, he's kicking it off new to the YouTube. Let him know again where to find you at.
I only have 8 subs, so you might not find me. But if you don't find me, just I can tell you where to go to find me if you want to find me.
So where's that at, Braden? Because I'd like to know. I want the people to know. Y'all need to go check my man out.
Go to Philly Notion's comment section, find my comment, and click on the little peace sign, and then it will bring you to my channel. So if you can't find me, do that, and you'll definitely find me. I'll comment on this video, so it's easier. So
there it is. Braden making it simple for everybody. Hey, just click and find them. So, hey, we appreciate you, Braden.
Yeah, that's how all my friends found me.
Always, man. Keep doing your thing, Braden. It's always fly, Eagles fly. We're going to speak again, my guy. But, hey, you already know. Till next time. Notion Gang salute. Always, man. Listen, Braden, hey, young and kicking that knowledge. He about to find out how this new franchise is looking also. Y'all make sure y'all go check him out. Love the little one, man. He awesome. So, hey, next up, real quick, I'm going to get an order. I got my guy Fly Eagles TV backstage, and then I'm bringing my guy Lindy on. So, hey, listen, let me go and bring my guy Fly Eagles TV in this thing because I know he got something to get off his chest also. So, salute to you, Fly Eagles TV. How you feeling today after this announcement of this Nick Sirianni?
I don't know how to feel. I'm okay with the hell, but it's not. I don't know how I feel. I don't think I was excited who the hell we hell because this team's a mess. So I really don't. I hope he got he's a good locker room guy. He got the edge to him. He said he pushed players to his strength. I saw the Colts offense, and hopefully they bail around Miles Sanders. I expect more carries from Miles Sanders because how they use Taylor, Hines, and if Winston's a solid this year, if Winston's a solid and Hulse, because they did some things with Bossett, like some quarterback sneaks or jaws. So I wonder if Wentz saws what they can do with Hulse. But I guess I'm okay with it, and I'm expecting big things from Weagle this year too. If everything's true what they're saying on trail, he put his players in good positions in his strengths.
But well, I'm gonna tell you this. One of the things I do expect, especially coming with this new coach, yes, I expect for this scheme definitely to get more creative because we saw a lot of vanilla plays, all last season getting called from Doug. So again, I don't know what playbook Nick Sirianni is going to be bringing over. I don't know that yet, but definitely I do expect more creativity. I expect more run plays. I hope because, like you said, we got Miles Sanders. Hey, a Pro Bowler, Pro Bowl selection. Yes, sir. Hey, we can build around him. We can get our offense moving around him. But again, that's going to come with us calling those kind of plays. Yeah. Hey, I'm just hoping that Nick Sirianni, even though he's coming here, we need to get him an established offensive coordinator. So,
yeah, and another thing, they were impressed with his coaching staff. So I don't know if he's picking his own coaching staff. It said when he interviewed 2 days ago, they were impressed with his coaching staff. And another question is Ducey gone? Is Jeff Stalin gone? What defense are we on? I don't want to run a 3-4. Are we gonna blame like a DB coach, the defensive back coach from the Colts, linebacker coach, secondary?
Those are great questions. Yeah, and those are questions. Those are questions the Eagles have to answer. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I honestly, how I feel is if Deuce doesn't get the offensive coordinator job since he just got slighted out of a coaching position, I believe Deuce will probably walk or go somewhere else. I mean, I don't see him just continuing to be the running back coach year after year. But hey, I mean, we got to see how that works. Even with Jeff Stoutland, I believe he might be gone also just because this new coach is going to be bringing in an entirely new, different staff.
Yeah, and one more thing, watch out, Anthony Wynn might be the new offensive coordinator. I'm not saying he will, but he could be the new offense because he was the Chargers, and I think they like worked together because I think he was the Chargers quarterback coach. So watch out for Anthony Wynn. I don't know what defense he likes to run. I don't know if he's coming from the go from the coast, but I know for sure I do not want to run a 3-4 again.
Yes, sir. Hey, listen, we might be going through those changes of a new defense. Again, when you have a new offensive head coach, hey, we don't have a defensive coordinator right now. Something's going to change potentially with that too. I mean, honestly, if you ask me, I don't think that we have the exact skill set or the personnel to be playing a 3-4.
No.
But at the same time, I mean, if the team needs to transition to that, we're going to see that transition, I'm sure, occur, hey, slowly but surely. But at the same time, from us just going straight from a 4-3 to a 3-4, we might as well expect some kind of a decline and something come down to our defense. But again, it's going to depend on what defensive coordinator we get up in here. I'm still looking at the likes of like Todd Bowles. I mean, I believe Aaron Glenn, the defensive backs coach for the Saints, I believe he just got hired. Who was it? Somebody actually just hired him. So he's off the table. So, I mean, look, Leslie Frazier, I don't know what this team is going to do for a defensive look, but we need to get on that fast track like right now. Since we just filled our head coach, we need to go ahead and get our defense in place and then establish a coordinator that's going to help Nick Sirianni out.
And hopefully our special teams about the Eagles blocked Dave Flip from interview for the Lions coach. I don't know why they block him. Dave Flip, let him have him. I don't care. He sucks. I'm hopefully Will get some punt returns on Watkins. I like to see Watkins, and if he uses the speed the right way, like Watkins, Hightower, Wiggle, Sounds. I'm expecting a big year from Sounds. Look, I'm expecting 1,000 yards and
okay.
I'm expecting 1,000 receiving yards from him because how they used to running backs at Indianapolis, like at Jonathan Taylor, I think Nick Hines. I'm expecting something like that. I'm expecting us to run the. They like to run the ball. I'm expecting us to run the ball a lot.
Okay.
And do play action and get the ball out quick to all speed guys. But
so let me ask you this then real quick, because I'd like to know from you also. And again, like I think we have an idea, a lot of these things are still moving pieces here in Philly. But overall, on your scale of 1 to 10, what would you give? 10 being, a great hire, 1 being an absolute terrible hire. What would you give this coaching hire for Nick Sirianni?
A 5 or a 6.
A 5 or a 6. So you kind of right there in the middle. I guess I'm going to kind of agree with you on that. Again, I'm not sold completely on this because I didn't know who this man was. He definitely wasn't on my radar. But at the same time, I mean, from what we're hearing, from some of the Indianapolis Colts sides, listen, evidently he might have the right mental makeup to possibly turn around this team. So we definitely have to give him a chance. But I'm nervous. I'm definitely nervous.
Yeah. I'm okay with it, but I'm not jumping up and down for this. It's hard. You can't say if it's a good hire or a bad hire. You should need to let them see. It's a rookie head coach. You need to see the rookie head coach go through some pains and some growth. But hopefully he got some experience. Offensive minds and defensive minds, and I think this is a. I'm not gonna say it's a good hire. It's okay hire. I'm not gonna say if it's a good or bad yet. it's too soon to say that. But I'm interested with Harry Roseman and what Harry Roseman's contract done after this season. So is John Jolson to be the new GM
Yeah.
after this season? Like after next season? Like will he be the next GM?
You know, I think we're still gonna have these same problems, unfortunately, until we do get a new GM or some kind of like. I'm still nervous about our top 6 pick at this point. Honestly, like, you know, I know who I want, you know, and I hope we better not miss. I want the best receiver or the best available player, you know, on the board, which I'm hoping it's a receiver named Jamar Chase. But at the same time, listen, like, I don't know if our GM is going to make the right decision with that number 6 pick. So a lot of experiments are happening right now in Philly, man. And honestly, I don't know how this is going to go, but we have to put our support behind Nick Sirianni at this point. All right, so it looked like Fly Eagle CV just dropped off. So, hey, listen, appreciate you for coming on here, my guy. You already know I'm going to bring on, Lindy Endzone next so he could drop his thoughts. And then look like I got Let's Go Birds HD and my guy Edwin. So we about to rock it in that order. So, hey, Lindy, let's go do it, man. I see you, bro. Big salute to you. Hey, I know you caught the news on the hire today. Nick Sirianni, coming to Philly. Yes, sir. What's your instant thoughts, my guy? Talk to me.
Good to catch up with you, Notion, man. I seen the last live call-in you had. It was like at 10 p.m. I just got done. I was hanging with Tone DeShields, man. He had a stream going for like almost 4 hours. I was in there hanging out. Great time, dude. But yeah, good to be on chilling with you. No, I gotta admit, man, I'm very excited right now. I mean, a lot of us got to take this with a grain of salt at the moment because, yeah, it's still the off season and this team's got a lot of work to do. But, this tells me a couple of things right off the bat. Number one, I don't know how an organization can be more bought into their quarterback when you go grab one of Frank Reich's right-hand mans on that offense just to be your head coach for a guy who used to be here that got the best out of the quarterback that you're trying to help him turn over a new leaf from the debacle that he had just this past season. I don't know what better move you could make than to get one of Frank Reich's best guys. I mean, we're talking about a coordinator here who's worked with 3 different quarterbacks in that Colts system, Jacoby Brissett, Andrew Luck, Phillip Rivers, and he got the best out of all 3 of those quarterbacks. Last year the Colts finished, I think, 8th in points per game. They averaged about 26. Phillip Rivers' fumble counts have dropped, not drastically, but very considerably. From 20 fumbles to 11, and then from 8 fumbles to 2. They were 14th in yards. I mean, the list of positivity that I'm getting from this can just go on and on. But at the same time, we got to know who the offensive coordinator is going to be. We got to know who the defensive coordinator is going to be, and who Sirianni decides to retain from the current construction of the Eagles coaching staff at the moment.
Hey, that's all on point. And let me ask you this, because there's a conspiracy sound like it's going down around right now, that this coaching hire was made for Carson Wentz. Like we heard the chatter before, listen, they wanted Carson Wentz to be fixed. Do you think this coaching hire was more or less to make that statement? What does that mean for Carson moving forward, in your opinion? I mean, does that mean, like, you ask me, I don't think, as much as I like Carson Wentz, yes, sir, I'm going to stand up for that man. But at the same time, I don't think the position needs to just be handed to him. I want the best player for the job. So, again, I know Carson's got an elite skill set. But, again, if he goes out there and he's not playing like it just needs to be handed to him and he's not earning it. I mean, listen, like, I'm interested to see a quarterback battle if that's what it comes down to. And I just hope Nick Sirianni brings out the best player for that position, because the quarterback, we're going to succeed or fail. with how that QB situation goes. So again, I completely understand. Like you said, Nick Sirianni, he's had his dabbles with, other quarterbacks such as Brissett, Andrew Luck. Hey, I mean, like you said, Phillip Rivers looking good in that offense. So hopefully he can bring that same style of, coaching technique to the Eagles. But again, it's still an unknown, and that's where I'm hesitant. But how do you feel as far as, was this hiring made to, I guess, appease Carson, or was this to fix Carson?
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel without a doubt that this was a move for your franchise quarterback. I mean, like I said, you decide to go, and instead of a more like seasoned guy in Josh McDaniels, who I think would have done as good of a job with Carson as Nick would have, but at the same time, you have to go with what you know and what you're more familiar with instead. I mean, there was the reports out there about how Jeffrey Lurie, as an owner, he's so enamored with the Patriots organization, how one day we've heard stuff about how he's wanted to own the Patriots at one point. He loves the area, New England and Boston. But like I said, you got to go with what you know here. And, we're talking about a guy in Frank Reich who, let's not forget, Doug Peterson vouched for this man to stay on the coaching staff after the 2016 season, when the organization wanted to part ways with him after the team being unsuccessful in their eyes, going 7-9 with a rookie quarterback. But Doug Peterson vouched for this man to stay another year, and lo and behold, thanks to Frank and thanks to John DeFilippo, these guys that put in the collaborative effort to really hone in on what we can do to make Carson better, he ends up putting up MVP caliber numbers. He gives us the number 1 seed in the conference, and I mean, at the end, we end up winning the Super Bowl. So this was more of a means of like a connection hire, very under the radar. I got no problems with it at all. I mean, we're talking about a coordinator here. Like I said, he's worked with multiple different quarterbacks. It is speculated that he could bring his quarterbacks coach with him, Marcus Brady.
Yep.
Please, I hope get Press Taylor out of here, please. I would love to see another good mind. I would like to see a better mind like Marcus Brady, other than Press Taylor. I would love to see that happen. It is also speculated that Sirianni could also think to bring in the defensive backs coach Jonathan Gannon from the Colts. He might like to bring him in to be the defensive coordinator. I wouldn't be opposed to that move either. But then again, we do have some candidates in house that are just as capable, depending on the defense that we might like to either change up or keep the same, depending if you like to go with Matt Burke and keep it like Schwartz's system, which I don't think a lot of us would like to happen, or you can give Marquand Manuel a shot. It's, ultimately it's going to be up to what Sirianni wants to do. But his offense isn't very different from what Doug Peterson liked to do. And Gate City Sports did a great job of dissecting this, and I'll credit the information to him that I'm about to share with you guys. But he did research that they still like to do a lot of 11 and 12 man personnel. But what really sets Sirianni apart in his offense is that he likes to what the Pittsburgh Steelers ended up doing to us is that he likes the quick passing game, getting it out in like 2.5 seconds, not allowing your quarterback to hold on to the ball longer than he has to. Spread the football around, get it to the playmakers. The receivers over there, there wasn't any standout guys. Like, a lot of them had very fair contributions, 400 to 500 yards, multiple touchdowns. The tight ends were exactly the same. So this could be a sign that maybe Nick might want to hold on to Zach Ertz and keep the tandem alive with him and Dallas Goedert, especially with the way that he likes to use, familiar guys like Trey Burton over there. So, I mean, there's a lot of good familiarities that are being put into play that could ultimately help the quarterback as long as Carson buys in. That's the biggest thing right now. Carson has to buy in to want to improve on himself, because we have given him, I think, the best kind of comfort zone of a head coach that he can familiarize himself with.
And I think that was an amazing word choice to use for that. Like, Carson has to buy in, right? Like, right now, like, we know we just broke Carson Wentz's spirits this season. And right now, it's going to take a lot of this new coach is going to have to try to do some building with Carson, because right now his mental is not there. I mean, we put him through the ringer this past season. So right now, Carson, he does have to buy in personally to hopefully learning this new system, or, stepping up to the expectations the new coach is going to lay out for him. So again, I think that was a great word choice. And Carson does have to buy into this new system, because again, if he comes back here with that mindset that this is, this should just be given to me because I'm the franchise quarterback, I'm getting paid $30+ million a year. No, that's not going to set us up for success. And I got a feeling we may be the first couple weeks that Carson goes out there looking sorry. Hey, listen, like, that pressure is going to just overload. And I think that'll be the end of Carson. So
yeah. And it wouldn't be the end of the world at the same time either, because I mean, we got to think about it. It's now, depending what we do in the offseason, if we decide to hold on to Jalen Hurts as well, I mean, if we go through the same thing again with Carson, you still have a great head coach in place that can develop onto a second-year quarterback to to where he can bring out the best in him as well. So right there, it's not necessarily a win-win situation, but you have a backup plan. But I think, to me, the main focus is, that they want to fix their franchise quarterback first, and bringing in the guy like Sirianni, this only further accelerates the no excuses narrative on Carson's behalf. Like, listen, man, we're doing a lot. We're doing a lot to invest in you as our franchise guy. You got the contract. This year did not work out as planned for whatever terms have come to be. The relationship deteriorated between you and the former head coach and Doug Peterson. We're bringing in a guy that has worked with someone that you've liked in the past, that you're very familiar with, that you still are. And I mean, we got to think of it this way. There's no way that Jeffrey and Howie hire this guy without some of Carson's input. So, I mean, listen, man, there's, like I said, there's no more excuses. Like, you gotta perform, or, your ass is gone, man. I don't know what more the organization can do.
Clearly stated, my man. So, hey, listen, real quick, because again, I'm trying to get a couple other callers up in here, my man. But I'd like to know real quick. I see a quick question from Enrique. Salute to you. Hey, real quick, who's your thoughts? I know you mentioned, what was it, the defensive back coach from the Colts potentially. He may be a consideration. But did you have a preference? Who would you select? Who would you be maybe eyeing as your DC? If you ask me, I'll go ahead and I mean, honestly, and I don't even know how to feel about that because he's already been here. And I would suggest, listen, Todd Bowles has that Bucs defense looking. I mean, they're looking decent. I would look that direction just based off of the personnel that we have here. I think that he can bring a different type of dynamic to our defensive side. But then again, I wouldn't be opposed to promoting from within. I mean, we got Marquand Manuel?
Marquand Manuel, yeah.
He deserves an opportunity, if you ask me. But again, that's another kind of an unsurety, because I don't know right now. I mean, he was on the sidelines, with Jim Schwartz when we kind of watched our team get shredded. I don't know if it's a personnel issue. I don't know if it's a scheme issue. But we definitely need a new look of a new defensive coach up in here. And right now, I'm kind of looking at either Todd Bowles or potentially promoting from within. But what's your thoughts, real quick, on a DC candidate?
Well, to me, again, I mean, it's only like the initial aftermath of hiring Nick Sirianni, so it's all going to depend on who he wants. I know it's most likely not going to be Todd Bowles because unfortunately he did interview with us through a Zoom call. It wasn't in person, and it was for the head coaching position. So because if he comes over here, being already a defensive coordinator for the Buccaneers, it would be a lateral move. So Tampa Bay, all they have to do is deny the request for us to interview him as a defensive coordinator, unless he becomes a free agent in like, you know, as part of a coaching staff or whatever, what have you. If I gotta be realistic with this, you know, through history, the Eagles do like to promote from within. If we seen Dan Quinn get a defensive coordinator position for the Dallas Cowboys, then I have to think that Marquand Manuel is more than qualified to be able to handle that role, especially if it's rumored Sirianni wants to bring over the defensive backs coach from the Colts to be his defensive coordinator. So, I mean, you got similar ties there as far as from the positional coaching standpoint. But either way, for the fans' sake, if we don't want to see any more of Schwartz's scheme, then I wouldn't go with Matt Burke. But he's also experienced as well, and he did a really good job with the defensive line this past season. So I don't know. I don't have a personal preference. All I know is to go off of history. But I'm sure, you know, with this new hire, I'm sure Sirianni is going to do the right thing.
Well, we definitely going to continue to watch, you know, these pieces fall in place because those are the next steps. We all know what's coming. We need to get an offensive coordinator. We need a defensive coordinator up in here. So we know those are probably the next domino pieces to fall in place. And I believe, you know, again, how we kind of build this coaching staff, that's going to determine our direction for our draft pick. So, hey, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, we got some other exciting things we'll probably be seeing here within the next coming weeks. So I'm going to stay tuned in just like everybody else. But, hey, Lindy, let them know where to find you at because I know you pushing that wonderful content also. Hey, y'all check my man Lindy out also. Let him know where to find you at, bro.
Yeah, man, I'm just over here pushing out some Eagles stuff. I just started Mavericks content a couple of days ago. My Mavericks have been doing, you know, they finally ended their 3-game losing streak. They took out the Pacers yesterday. Porzingis is looking good. He's back. I just hope that he can keep it up and remain healthy. So, yeah, you can check me out at my channel. I do got a Twitter that I tweet every now and then, so you can hit me up on there. Same handle name, Lindy Endzone. Yeah, good hanging out with you, Notion.
It's always a pleasure, Lindy. You already know, man. Glad we could, you know, kind of get some of this off, man. It's a big hire today. Again, I'm still kind of sitting on, you know, letting this stew up a little bit, but we know we need a change again. So, hey, hopefully this is going to be for the best. I need another Lombardi. We need another ring. Check. You already know, bro. So,
yes, we do.
But, hey, appreciate you for swinging through here, man. Till next time, bro. Notion gang, salute. Alrighty, gang. So, of course, hey, Lindy had to come through kicking the fire. Hey, real quick. Hey, listen, I know I got Let's Go Birds HD. I'm going to bring on here real quick, though. I see I got, hey, Joey Philly Notion something. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my mans on. Yes, sir. Hey, it's Notion right here, man. Yes, sir. What's up, bro? Big salute to you. Hey, how you feeling about this news today, my man? Talk to me.
Hey, I think it was a really, really good hire. I look at it like I don't think it's I don't look at it like a hiring as a coach. I look at it as an investment. So the whole time they've been talking about Carson Wentz and $100 million, talking about he's getting paid, whether they know it or not. It's just $100 million is what's going to kill him in the next 2 years, so or next 2 or 3 years, right? So this hire was specifically an investment. So you're either going to see it get real good or you're going to see everything go bad real fast and everybody going to get kicked out again. They're going to have a short leash with this because I think that, you know, they were just going through their process, their due diligence of let me try to just hire people. Because they kept Doug Peterson longer than what they should have. and all the other coaches, Arthur Smith and all them got hired. They were like 3 weeks behind or 2 weeks behind, so they didn't have a chance to get them. And they didn't. I don't think they wanted to wait for Eric Bieniemy because they're like, oh, that might not be until February something. I can't do that. We're trying to build a team that's going to win now. Jeffrey Lurie isn't trying to bring a coach in here to have us go 6-10 next year, 8-8 the year after. He wants to go to the playoffs next year, and so he hired this guy as an investment. He said, "Who knows the offense that worked in 2017? Frank Wright, right? So who is best next to be under Frank Wright, but the guy that's the offensive coordinator that helps him call the plays? He's been there since 2018. He should know the system." What was Carson Wentz doing well when he did it? Frank Wright's system. So that's why they went out and got him instead of Josh McDaniels. Besides, nobody wanted Josh McDaniels because of what he did when he screwed us for the Colts when Frank Wright was supposed to stay with us or whatever. Yep. But I think Frank Wright would have been a coach the next year anyway. He was about to get a coaching job either way, so it really didn't matter. So they hired this guy because he came in and said, listen, I know Frank Wright's offense. I also know that I can fix Carson Wentz. I can guarantee it. Here's how I plan on fixing Carson Wentz. And whatever this man said in that office had them mind blown. They're like, not only do I know what I'm going to do to fix the offense and Carson Wentz, but I also can fix the defense. And this is the people that I plan on bringing in. So all of what I've heard is that they're very happy about all the people that he's bringing in. But the thing that I just heard from Dan Orlowski on the first, whatever it's called, First Take or whatever, he was saying that people that he talked to that actually played for him throughout his college career when he was a coach and a defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, he was a quarterbacks coach. So he worked with quarterbacks. So the thing about him that makes him really, really good is that he wasn't just a caller. He was a quarterbacks coach. He was a defensive back coach. He did defense support. So he's going to have his face in everything and be able to fix everything. And so I look at it like, okay, if he comes in and Carson Wentz is really bad for the first 5 games of the week, and I think they're going to let him ride like 4 or 5 games before they pull the plug, they're all going to get fired. I think he's going to go the other guy because Jeffrey Lurie is not going to be, he's going to be like, all right, now we really have to start over. And, we're going to be bad for a couple of years, but I'm not going to pay somebody something that told me. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you tell your kid, I'm going to give you ice cream if you get an A+, they get an A+, and you don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like this. This is what I was telling Philly 500 and stuff. I think that this is very good and it's going to work out very well. I think the Eagles are going to go 10-6. I think they're going to win the division. And I think that it's going to depend on how well these rookies that didn't play last year because they were severely mistreated and underplayed this year. So let's look at it like this notion. Carson Wentz is going to win at least 3 games because of him. Just because of him doing something that he should, you look at it and say, how did this man do that? He's going to win at least 3 of them games like he did in 2019 when he won them 5 games. He's coming back with a chip on his shoulder with an agenda. Yes. Oh, they're saying I can't play no more. I'm only 27 years old. What the hell are they talking about? Oh, I'm too fat. All right, I'll just lose weight. Oh, I can do what I want to do now. I don't have to listen to Doug Peterson anymore. I don't have to run this stale offense no more. I don't have to put up 30 points and still lose because our defensive coordinator can't stop nobody. So Carson Wentz had a lot to worry about. Every time, he put up a big points, he always had to worry about, I need more because the defense didn't show up. Then when he struggled, the defense played good and he couldn't put up enough points. It was always that like one player missing. That one player on offense, that receiver that could go up over somebody like a DK Metcalf or a Devontae Adams for Green Bay that would catch that ball on like a 4th and 12 and catch it for 40 yards and put it in field goal range. No, they'll be wide open and drop it. So we're going to go 10-6. I think maybe 11-5. And I'm only saying that because this guy's an offensive guy. He's not going, even though it will be small.
Are you breaking up just a little bit there, my man? I think he might have froze out. Okay, I think my man might have froze out. Hey, listen, Joey. Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate you for kicking all the facts on that because, again, right now, what this team's looking at, hey, listen, like, with this new coach coming in here, yes, sir, Nick Sirianni, I think he is giving, and hold on a moment because I think you might.
With this guy, can you hear me?
There you go.
No,
yeah.
Can you
You
hear
back
me?
in there? You good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay, so he's going to make everybody better. And the thing about it, Notion, is he's going to run more too. He's going to use Miles Sanders more, where Doug Peterson, I don't understand. You up by 20 points and you want to keep throwing the ball instead of running the clock out. So he's not going to be dumb like that. So at the bottom line is this. We have the players, Notion, to win now. I don't care what people are saying. Yeah, we need linebackers. But we have young linebackers, Sean Bradley. We have the Taylor guy, safety or whatever. We have the players to win. All they need to go out and get a linebacker, a safety, and a cornerback in there. We have the offensive line was injured, but we have Mulata instead of Jason Peters. He played well. He's going to play good. We got Josh Sweat. So if they want to get rid of Malik Jackson or one of them and save some money and keep Josh Sweat, you got that. Even if you want to trade like I don't want to say Brandon Graham, but Derek Barnett or whatever. We have Josh Sweat. We have these guys that are going to help. And the offense isn't that bad. It was just barely. We need to get rid of J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. But tell me if you remember this. Do you forget Marquise Goodwin is still under contract for next year? He didn't play this year because he opted out. Everybody forgets about him. I said that to the Philly 500. He was like, oh, yeah, we got him. So you get Devontae Smith, Marquise Goodwin, Jalen Reagor, and Ward every once in a while. Get rid of Jackson, get rid of Alshon Jeffrey, use Miles Sanders. You got three guys that are really, really fast. You got Reagor, Marquise Goodwin, who's running a 2.3 still at his age, 2.27, a 4.27 or whatever. And then you got this new rookie guy. And Carson Wentz, if he gets fixed and he uses it, he's going to have the ability to run downfield because the offense is almost the same, but the schematics of it change. The way they run their routes are different. This guy is going to care about what he's doing. He's not going to say, oh, you're a professional, go do it. He's going to say, if you don't know how to do it, let me show you how you're supposed to do it. Then I don't want to hear no damn excuse. So look at this. Let me teach you. You know what I mean? They said he's a player's coach, that he's a leader of men. And that's what we need. We don't need a coach. We need a guy that's going to come in here and say, listen, I'm paying you this money to do this. If you can't do it, let me know and I'll get somebody that can. But if you don't know how to do it and you need me to show you, then I got somebody that's going to help you. Come here, let me help you because we're in this together. We're going to win. So, that's how I feel about it. I think we're going to do well, a lot better than a lot of people think. And Dallas still stinks. I don't care. I think the only person that's going to give us a problem this year in our division is going to be the Giants. It ain't going to be the Redskins because their quarterbacks suck. And it ain't going to be Dallas because Dak Prescott coming off an injury. You remember when Wentz tore his ACL or MCL and his leg was messed up and his back was messed up? It took him like 6 games to get back to normal. Dallas ain't going to have that because we're going to be pulling away from the beginning. We're going to get an easy schedule because we sucked ass this year. So we're going to be playing people like the Jaguars, people that are still sorry. We're going to all we come down.
Hey, you breaking up there again, some Joey. All right, so hey, my man Joey was breaking up a little bit, but hey, I agree with you, Joey, right now. I do believe, listen, this team is going to come back better than what it did this year. I believe so, because again, we can't get no worse than 4-11-1. So with that being said, I do expect, listen, Carson, like my man D3 Spring said, hey, another content creator, go check my man's out. But yes, sir, Carson's about to get busy next season if given the opportunity. Again, I don't think that the position should just be handed to him. I do expect for Carson to go out there and fight for it. But I do believe that Carson is going to be more motivated than ever this year to go out there and show the whole world that's been sleeping on him, talking about he's straight trash. So, hey, look, right now with that hire, yes, I do believe this organization is saying that they do believe in Carson. But at the same time, if this fails, there better not be another coach getting fired before Howie Roseman gets fired. That's all I'm going to say. If this fails, I'm looking directly at our leadership, starting with Jeffrey Lurie all the way to Howie Roseman. So hopefully this is not a fail point, but at the same time, if we don't hit on our coach, yes, sir, I expect for that man to get up out of there. Howie Roseman is gone. So, hey, we about to see how it rocks, but I'm going to bring on 2 more guests, and then I'm going to get up out of here also. But my last 2, I'm going to bring on Let's Go Birds, HD, and my guy Edwin. So that's how we're going to rock this thing off. So, hey, you already know, Let's Go Birds HD, another content creator. Yes, sir. What's going on with you, my guy?
Hey, man, never seen me wear a hat, right?
I see you, right?
Man.
Hey, talk to me, bro. How you feeling about this move today, man? Hey, how you feeling right now?
Hey, let's look at the previous Colts QBs. Jacoby Brissett, Andrew Luck, Philip Rivers. They were all pretty good. I mean, we can't cap about that. They were all pretty good, and I think that's the same thing that's going to happen with Carson. He's going to improve a whole lot, you know. And with the last guy, Joey, what he said, you know, Miles said he's going to actually run the ball. We all see what Marlon Mack can do, you know, and even, you know, Boston Scott and Corey Clement too. Don't forget about them, because Corey Clement is a little bit like Marlon Mack. He can catch out the backfield. He can run between. He can do all of it. So we might be having a top 10 3-headed running monster, you know, because all 3 of them are good. And I mean, Carson, you know, he's a little bit like Andrew Luck, except a little bit more athletic. You know, he can roll out the pocket, you know, and all the quarterbacks he had a strong arm, and Carson has an arm from me. So I think, you know, and with T.Y. Hilton, you know, with our fast guys, I think we have better receivers than the Colts. And I think he's going to use
I think so. I could agree to that. I think we got a better wide receiver core overall than the Colts. Yeah. So let me ask you then, like, you know, so do you consider this a good hire for this team? Are you convinced that this is, you know, is this the change that we needed in Philly to hopefully put us back on the right track?
I would have said wait a little bit more, you know, to see if anything else happens with Josh McDaniels. I think that's his name, Eric Bieniemy. I would wait to see what happens, you know, and if they're interested to come up here, because what our team is, I think, the best opportunity to come coach. It's a bad situation, yes, but you got to look at the roster.
Hey, absolutely. So, look here. I'm going to ask you a quick question because I know you put out content also. So, again, y'all make sure y'all go check Let's Go Birds HD out also. But at the same time, what does this mean for Deuce Staley? Like, how, you know, again, we got some people that I believe deserved an opportunity. I believe that Deuce deserved an opportunity. But at the same time, what does this now mean for Deuce that he didn't get the head coaching job?
Deuce is my guy. Every video with coaching stuff, I always bring him up because he's done a great job with these running backs. If he was an offensive coordinator, dang, that would be a lot better. You know, Josh McDaniels and those two working together with this offense, just imagine, bro. I think he should it's time for that promotion because he's been waiting for 10 years and still didn't get it. So I think he deserves it right now, bro.
Hey, I got to agree. I believe that Deuce does deserve, he deserves a coaching opportunity. Again, I think he got slighted here. I don't think that we got a whole mess and a half here in Philadelphia with our organization and our quarterback situation. I don't think Deuce deserved that, but I do believe Deuce deserves some kind of a lead role in an organization. So I believe that, again, if he's not at least promoted to an offensive coordinator, and I'm talking a clear offensive coordinator, I ain't talking no offensive assistant, no offensive consultant. He needs a full title with a full promotion. And if he doesn't get that, I have a feeling he may walk out of Philly. And I wouldn't blame the man if he did, because he deserves an opportunity. So, yeah, my man already said here, listen, Deuce better get a, what'd he say? Better get an OC. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how we do, my guy. But again, Listen, we about to watch this whole mess unfold right now because we still got to fill a defensive spot. We still need to bring an offensive coordinator up in here. So we still got some other pieces we got to let fall into play. But again, hey, how I'm feeling about it, again, it is what it is. I got to support the new coach. I'm interested to see the new changes. How does this make you feel as far as the Carson situation? Is this pretty much an indication? Are we giving this job to Carson?
If there's a preseason, then I'll give him the whole preseason and a 5-game grace period in the regular season to get used to it. I want to see touchdown passes. I want to see rushing. I want to see us using like the Browns kind of a system, getting Carson out of the pocket. That would be nice. I think Carson will be a lot better, but it won't start real. He won't be awesome. Everything will just click, of course, because it's a new coach. They gotta get used to each other. But I think, he will be better, much better.
Okay. Hey, listen, man. We about to watch how this all unfolds. Again, I'm pulling for Carson. Again, I want the best quarterback for this position. Again, our head coach that's coming in now, hopefully he's going to bring in some new ideas, kind of refresh the thinking of this team, hopefully build our locker room back together because that's been an absolute mess. And we got to see where it goes from there. I didn't give Doug Peterson a shot, honestly, when he was announced as head coach. I thought it was a joke. But at the same time, Doug Peterson helped bring one of these, yes, sir, to the city of Philadelphia. So I got to put that same belief in Nick Sirianni. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm, completely sold because I need to see it. But at the same time, man, hey, listen, let him know where to find you at Let's Go Birds because I know my man, again, he out there kicking that fire too. So y'all go check my man's out. But, hey, let him know where to find you at, my guy.
Sports Talk with Let's Go Birds. HD, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We bring out the skits. We try to be as funny as possible, And I think I got a premiere on right now. So, first one.
There it is. Hey, you already know. I'm going to be checking you out as soon as I hop over here, too. So, you already know. Y'all go check my man out because he out here, hey, kicking it for the youngins in full Eagle flavor. Y'all already know how we rocking. We flying in all angles. Yes, sir. But, hey, my guy. Hey, till next time, you already know, bro. Notion gang, salute. Alrighty, y'all make sure y'all go check the youngin out again. Hey, kicking that great Eagle energy. He gives all the scoop on the team also. So y'all go check my man's out. So, hey, I'm gonna bring on. It look like I got 2 behind stage, so I'm gonna bring the last 2 on. I got Edwin rocking. Yes, sir. And then I see my boy Lenny D. You already know I'm going to finish it off with my guy. So, all right, my man, Edwin in this thing.
Yo.
Yes, sir. My man, to you, bro. Talk to me. How you feeling about this hire today?
I feel 2 ways. I feel, I'll go with the negative one. I feel that if this doesn't work, it feels like we're being the Cowboys, and I hate to say that. That our GM is all up in our business. That you know what I mean? Like they're too much hands-on on our team, and they want to treat this coach like a puppet because he's so inexperienced, has no resume, and all that. But the positive is Carson Wentz is gonna be still an Eagle. Hopefully, I mean,
yes, sir. That 11 is coming back, bro. But at the same time, it's like, I'm going to ask you this question. How does that impact Jalen? Do you think that has an impact to Jalen Hurts? Does he just go back to his role to,
I'm going to be honest with you.
Backup, or do you let it go out there and be an open,
I'll be honest with you.
Of a battle?
It's because it was never a quarterback, not as talent, but you paid a dude $100 million. So, I mean, there was no way of Jalen Hurts. It was not even a fair shot, to be honest. And honest, I've been in the comment comparing Jalen Hurts to Tim Tebow, but because I don't think he has the arm talent like Carson Wentz. And yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait. And to be honest with you, I'd rather trade him right now, Jalen Hurts, get a 2nd-round pick, and try to get Najee Harris or Tim. I think if we get a running back combination like that would be awesome. So
okay. Okay.
Yeah, if we could get a second round pick for Jalen Hurts, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? And then we don't have to trade down our pick anymore. And I'm going for Micaiah Parsons. And then we could get, and then
That's
we
your
could,
guy?
yeah, and then we could get a Santos Samuel on the second round.
Okay.
You know, I've been drafting, and Caleb Farley is moving up. Like they got him at number 4 now. The draft
As
number
the best
4.
player available, Caleb Farley?
Yeah, man, he's like moving on up on the draft boards for sure. I guess
I'm always a little leery on cornerbacks. I don't know why, but like I'm still, you know, of course you ask me, I want some kind of offense to help this, you know, help our quarterbacks out. I want them all. Give me Micah Parsons, give me Jamar Chase, give me Caleb Farley, but we know that ain't happening.
right.
So, hey, realistically, we know we got to try to pick the best player available.
But Micaiah Parsons, he looks like a different on the highlights or on the videos. He looks different, bro.
He's definitely an elite generational talent from what it looks like.
Yeah,
at the linebacker position.
Yeah.
So,
yes. Because even with Jamar Chase and all them, you have question marks, right? Jamar Chase, because of his speed, he's only 4'5", but you know that don't really matter, I guess. And then Devonta Smith is small, and with our medical staff, I'm afraid of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got no confidence in the medical staff, bro?
No. Or maybe because our practice habits are gonna change, so I don't know. But I'd rather go Micaiah. Micaiah special, bro. And then I'll get Asante Samuel in the second round. And we'll fix our defense, start there. I think Carson Wentz, if he gets somewhere, he could carry us. We're fine. I think Carson, you know, honestly, I'm telling you, after the 49er game, I thought we were going to go over. And then they started off Sean Jeffrey, and that went all the way down again. He was about to get chemistry, Hightower. You know, he never caught another 50-yard bomb after that. You know,
no, he didn't. That was it.
You know what I mean? That was it. And you know what I'm saying? So I think
gotta agree with you, man. Like, I believe we do have the talent in-house. Like, again, like, you know, you can't tell me that, you know, John Hightower, he was coming along until, of course, our coach or whoever was in charge of that decided to bench him.
Yeah.
You know, Travis Fulgham was coming along until the coach or whoever decided to bench him. I mean, Quez Watkins, I mean, he was like a rare sighting in the games. I don't know if that was coaching. I mean, I know he was on the injury report, you know, for a lot of the times also, but
I thought that was fake. I
believe it was fake too. Like, he was a healthy scratch.
I didn't think it was for real. I thought it was fake. And then, you know, one play and he shows the explosiveness. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if he would have started from week 2 or week 1. Like, you know what? I did a little like and I compared the Colts roster to our roster.
Yeah.
And it's about the same. You know, they got Buckner, we got Cox. They got the running backs, we got the running backs. They got the receivers, we got the same receivers. Like, the talent was so even. And guess what was different? The coaching. So
there it is. That's the nail on it. And that's hopefully one of the things we're gonna see a change with, you know, this with this new coach, right? Because a lot of the times we saw on the sidelines, you know, when Carson was sitting over there wasn't a coach over there talking to him. I hope this coach is more involved with the quarterbacks. You know, he's talking on the sidelines, trying to help build our quarterbacks up because, yes, we need those things in Philly, and we didn't see it last season from Doug. It looked like this team was completely lost. They have no kind of direction. But hopefully with picking up Nick Sirianni, yes, sir.
You know what? He does look like an alpha, though. He does look like he has that look. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to, like, explain. But it's just that look, like, and even how he was coaching dudes, he looked like he had that little like player coach thing too. So you know, the only thing I felt like we needed, to be honest with you, was preparation. I think we were never prepared. We had never had a good game plan. You know, I would have been cool. We would have been like, oh yeah, that looked like a game plan. It didn't work. That's fine. But it never looked like we felt like, you know, they had a quarterback, like every quarterback beat us out.
Yeah.
So, I feel like we got out coached every single game. Like we never did. Yeah, we never like, you know, we came in here and it was always that same complaint, right? The coach here, the coach there, the coach this. I mean, it was the same complaint, and it was like 95% of us saying the same thing about the coaching. So hey, you know, dude, I'm gonna support him. You know what I mean? And can't wait for next season.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait for next season. And I'm telling you, Asante, and then look at Tamara and Terry, and I think he's gonna drop to the 3rd round. 6'4", runs a 4.3. I'm telling you, that dude is special. I think at Florida State he didn't have the quarterback, but he was beating he was just he looked like Quez Watkins, but at 6'4". So you know what I mean. So check it out. Do your analysis.
One of the things I hope that doesn't happen is that somehow if I don't want Nick Sirianni to be no kind of a scapegoat, because again, if this fails, ain't no how we survive in this one. Like, I'm sorry, he's already survived 3 coaching fires. If we fire Nick Sirianni for whatever the issue may be, Howie needs to go along with him. So I hope he's signed in that contract also. If this don't work out, I'm out the door.
I'm with you, Notion. I'm with you. And even Jeffrey Lurie, because he's the one that's fucking standing up for his ass.
He's the owner, co-signing for
one that is like having his back or whatever. You know what I mean? I was about to sound like EDP 445 right now. I was about to say some stuff, but nah, you know what? Those two dudes are just. I think there's something going on there. I was gonna say something.
Hey, man,
but I'm with you.
I don't know, bro.
We lost Andy Reid.
It's disgusting.
After 11-5 season, after his first bad season,
we don't give him a chance in Philly. And again, I have a feeling come the first few weeks of the season, whatever quarterback we got out there, if it don't look right, you know how us fans are out here in Philly. We're going to be calling for somebody's head or to be like, look, this ain't working. Somebody needs to be held accountable. But I don't want the coach to just be scapegoated, get fired. I need to see how all of this plays out. What I'm looking forward to next is I expect for Howie Roseman and Jeff Lurie, somebody to come up to the podium and explain why this coach was hired. So, hey, listen, I'm looking out for that next. I hope this is a good move to hopefully change the state of this franchise, because we're a mess right now. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Nick Sirianni.
Honestly, I don't even want to hear those dudes, to be honest. They're so fucking, like, I get no hope from them, like what they say and what, you know what I mean? Like, when they asked them why they drafted these guys or why they didn't draft DK, it's like the stupidest shit ever. Like, I didn't want to hear it. Like, dude, just set up, stay on the side, and let dude do his work. I feel like he does have it, but they got to let him work. They got to let dude work.
We got to watch it, bro. And, again, we're going to see how the rest of these chips fall in place, man. I'm going to try to get my guy Lenny on here real quick.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
You already know, bro. I appreciate all you do all the time, man. And again, man, hey.
Yeah,
let's see how the thing rocks, bro. Until next time, man.
All right, man. Next time for sure.
Alrighty, gang. My man Edwin, of course, coming up here kicking it because, hey, we about to see this as a whole Eagles organization, how this thing plays out. But again, I know some people probably ain't jumping for joy. I know I wasn't. But at the same time, I'm going to give the man a chance. I'm going to support Nick Sirianni, of course. But again, I'm looking at the ownership for this one. Since they bought in with this man, I'm looking to know why this selection was made, why we didn't even consider Deuce Staley, why we ain't even try to hire Eric Bieniemy. Hey, it sounded like Lincoln Riley got smart and declined the job. I don't blame him either. But it don't sound like, in my opinion, the Eagles got the cream of the crop just because we ain't looking like an attractable market right now. So I hope Nick Sirianni is that guy because we ain't got no choice. But if it don't work out, hey, listen, Howie Roseman better not get scapegoated, and I'm going to be looking directly at Jeffrey Lurie also. So let me bring my guy Lenny D on to close this thing out because I know he got some stuff to get off. So, hey, Lenny D in this
What's up, my guy? What's up?
Yes, sir. What's happening, bro? Hey, you already know, man, got the news on the scoop today, man. Nick Sirianni, the big word in Philly, bro. Let me know
big word. Before I, get on my opinion for that, I'm not into politics or nothing, but I want to say congratulations to Joe Biden. We finally got an Eagles fan in the White House. I like the hiring actually because
right on.
The Colts had their struggles at the beginning of the season a little bit, for their offense, but then they start picking it up a little bit because they run the ball effectively. With Marlon Mack and I think what's the other dude named Taylor or something like that, or Hines something.
Yep,
it's one of those guys. But they start running the ball effectively, and they game plan to what's his name, Phillip Rivers strengths. I'm saying, and they always scheme guys open. You look at guys like Michael Pittman, T.Y. Hilton, even though he didn't get off, going on in earlier the year, but then they finally started scheming him open and stuff like that. And that's what we missed. And that's how Doug got fired, because there was no reason that Miles Sanders shouldn't have had a 1,000-yard season last season, especially how he was effectively running the football. It just seemed like we always stopped running the football, and knowing that's where he coming from with, a great offensive line that the coach have. We have a good offensive line, but we just wasn't healthy enough. But so I know that we're going to run the ball. And, we got Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, and if I want to be Elijah Holyfield, I don't want Corey Clement back. He can go on somewhere. I don't want Corey Clement back. But
last year,
yeah. And if we go into the draft and get somebody like a Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase, I feel like we got a good thing going.
Hey, I think I can't even knock that also. And I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of the issues we saw last year, in my opinion, were scheme issues, right? Like, we weren't scheming to our players, strengths. So I'm hoping that definitely changes with Nick Sirianni. And I'm glad you brought that up, because yes, that's what the Colts, Phillip Rivers ain't the best quarterback in the world. And in my opinion, he's retiring this year. He was on a downcline, but at the same time, they got high-level performance from Phillip Rivers just by scheming around him. So, again, we didn't do none of that last year. We had opportunities to scheme for Carson. We started to see at the tail end when we was mathematically out, it looked like they were scheming for Jalen Hurts some, but we didn't scheme the whole beginning part of the season for Carson Wentz. So I'm encouraged in that aspect by having Nick Sirianni over. I know he's worked with several quarterbacks. He's been a quarterback coach, so he's got that natural chemistry with quarterbacks. So I'm hoping it translates, and I'm hoping whatever offensive scheme or offensive, playbook he tries to bring out here, we're scheming to put our players in the best position. So
and that's what happened with Carson, because I feel like Doug told him to put on some of that weight. Maybe it was Doug, or maybe just for the overall team. I feel like they told him to put on that weight, because Carson was never that big in any of the seasons that he played with us, and they tried turning him into something that he's not. And he's a mobile quarterback. With Nick, I feel like he's just gonna come in there and say, Carson, these are the plays I want you to run, but I want you to do you. Go out there and create some of that Wentz magic everybody fell in love with in 2017. Do that. And one thing that Doug, didn't realize is Carson is a big play quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He's a big play quarterback, where Doug, was the offensive coordinator when Alex Smith was the quarterback for the Chiefs. And, Alex Smith is not no big play quarterback. So they kept everything in front of Alex.
Yeah.
And you can't do that with Carson Wentz. And especially, you can't do that with Carson Wentz, keep everything in front of him, and you're not running the football. Because that's where play action comes in. If you don't run the football, that don't bring the linebackers down for the receivers to be behind them. And boom, they could take it to the house. But I feel like Nick might come in there and just let Carson be Carson. He need to tell Carson, lose some of that weight, so he, be back to being mobile, and then we'll go from there.
Hey, I feel that. And one of the things I'm actually looking at too, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions just for, because I'd like to, I'm curious on your thoughts about Deuce also. But before I get to that question real quick, I'd like to know pretty much, with our offense, the kind of the way, we kind of set Carson up, we saw how it was last year. Listen, if we're moving all in on Carson as our quarterback this year, what's our draft focus? I believe our draft focus may need to change, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if the number one O lineman is sitting there, I know that's not like the sexiest pick, to pick an offensive lineman in the first round. But if we're gonna move forward with Carson, I believe we may need some more help on our O line. I'm not completely solidified, I know we got Brandon Brooks coming back. I know, Lane Johnson coming off of, surgery. Jason Peters better not be back. You know what I'm saying? So what's that guy? I think it's like Sweeney. I don't even know.
Penel.
Yes. If he's sitting on the board, I'm sorry. If we're going to move towards the direction of Carson, we may have to beef up some of this line. But again, like I don't know, I don't know what direction this team is gonna go for that. But it sounds like they are buying completely in on Carson, and they're trying to do everything they can to fix him. So does this change our draft position if we move forward with Carson Wentz?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm on record for saying like I'm fine with getting Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, Patrick Surtain, Penei Sewell, and Michael Parsons. I'm fine with get either one of those 5. Like if we get Penei Sewell, that I definitely know our line gonna be beefed up. I will move, in my opinion, I will move what's his name? Jordan Mailata to left tackle. And if Jason Kelsey talking about retiring, give Sayed Malu some of them snaps at center. See what happened and put Penei Sewell. I don't know if he played right or left tackle. I can't remember. Yeah. But that's the star-studded offensive line. You got Brandon Brooks and Lane Johnson. If them two could stay healthy, they shut their right side down. And that's one great thing. That'd be great. I'm all for it. I wouldn't be mad if we pick an offensive lineman.
And that's kind of where I'm at also. If we're going to move forward with Carson Wentz, I mean, it was pretty evident last year. We need to protect Carson if he's going to be our quarterback. Because, again, he ain't as mobile as he was prior to, the 2017. We all saw that. But at the same time, I want the best player available. So if that offensive lineman is sitting there, yes, sir, we need to go and make that pickup. But again, you ask me, of course, I want some kind of explosion. I prefer to have a wide receiver, especially if Zach Ertz. We're talking about trading, our number one leading receptionist for the past, how many years? 5 years. Zach Ertz, we're trying to get him out of here. So if we're going to get rid of him, we need to bring in some kind of explosive something, to help this team on offense. So
and it's funny you say about, filling in positions. It's just the fact of, I don't know who was in charge for last season. I don't know if it was Doug or Howie or even Lurie, responsible for some of this stuff. It's like you draft some of these rookies and you sign some of these free agents like Nate Herbert, right? He come in and he don't allow a sack for a long period of time. You got Jordan Mailata who's finally got on the field. But then when you got Jason Peters come back, you tell him, I got to take a back seat. Like, we don't know. We probably could have Hall of Fame talent in one of these guys, but we don't put them out there on the field. You know what I'm saying? So we say we got holes to fill, but we got players that we drafted or picked up from free agency that we don't put out there. Like, say, for instance, Alex Singleton was waiting in the wings, but guess who was on the field the whole time? Nate Gary. So, I mean, like, I'm all down for, drafting another receiver or a corner or offensive lineman or a linebacker, but we don't really know what we got in these young guys because we don't put them out there on the field.
We don't play them. Hey, that's straight facts, my guy. And it's, again, I'm hoping with this new coaching staff, Nick Sirianni brings in, we're going to see talent actually getting played out there. That's my hope. So, but real quick, I want to know your thoughts real quick, on this Deuce situation. That's a fan favorite of the Philadelphia Eagles. We know Deuce been rocking since the Andy Reid. This man was toting the rock for us at a point in time. So, listen, he's been a Philadelphia Eagle. Hey, I mean, with him not getting his head coaching position, what does that mean for Deuce Staley, in your opinion?
I wouldn't be shocked if he left, but I wouldn't want him to leave. But at the same time, somebody, I don't know, I was going through, Eagles Twitter and all that stuff. Somebody said he refused the interview. I don't know how true it is or not. Somebody said that. Yeah, so I don't know if he wanted that position or not. He probably just content with being like the assistant head coach or something like that. Yeah, and the running back coach, because he's a darn good running back coach.
Oh, absolutely.
Him and Stalin is the best two coaches we got on our roster right now. So he probably just wanted to, stay the running back coach, coach up Miles and get the best out of Boston, and that's probably it. I mean, if Deuce was to become head coach, you definitely know he was gonna run the ball more.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely gonna run the ball more. But my question would be to him was, what would be the creativity behind it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would be creativity of helping Carson Wentz? See, people like to throw around the word broken Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is not broke. He just had a bad season. And if Deuce was head coach or if the guy Nick, it just bring out the best in Carson because it just seemed like people lost faith in him because of one bad season. So, I mean, I wouldn't want Deuce to go anywhere, but it is what it is.
Hey, I think we both on that same track again. Like, I believe Deuce deserves an opportunity somewhere. But again, like, yeah, I don't want to lose Deuce. I know he's a beast coaching our running backs. So I wouldn't be opposed to him seeing, I guess we've just never seen it fully from Deuce. We haven't seen him really run the ship, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, I'd take a stab with him, maybe doing some kind of offensive coordinator position. I guarantee we're going to be running the ball, if he's the coordinator. But then again, like you said, like, what's his creativity like with his other plays? How's he going to be helping, whether it's Carson, whether it's, Jalen, whoever's back there at the helm? What are we doing to try to help with the creativity wise for this offense? So, listen, like, I hope we do keep Deuce, but at the same time, with us bringing in a coach from the outside, I hope you're right that maybe Deuce declined the role, because if he interviewed for it, or if he had if he wanted the position and he got slighted just now from Nick Sirianni, I'm sure he's feeling some kind of way, and I wouldn't be shocked if he's out of there. But hey, I'm hoping we hold on to Deuce as long as we can, bro. I really do, man, because if we lose him or Jeff, like you said, that's pretty much like the glue to this O-line and this run game that we have. So if we lose those two, I don't know if there's going to be a drop-off. Please believe that. There ain't nobody we're going to feel that's going to, kind of pick up that.
Yeah, because I feel like he changed Miles Sanders, because if you saw the Penn State highlights of Miles Sanders, like, even though he never lost it, he was like one of those guys to try to make you miss and all that stuff. When Deuce got his hands on him, he started hitting the hole hard. He's running people over and all that type of stuff. So, I like Deuce. I don't want him to go nowhere. He's a very good running back coach.
Hey, he an Eagle legend in my opinion. Listen, like, Deuce, regardless, like, I mean, he got one of these two though, so he was on that staff. So at the same time, like, I don't want Deuce to lead his team, but I'm not gonna be shocked again, if he does want to, find a promotion somewhere else. But then again, like, I mean, for the likes of like Eric Bieniemy, I don't know why we didn't even kick the tires on that one. We spent a lot of time interviewing Josh McDaniels, all to come out today to get announced we hiring Nick Sirianni. So I didn't call that one, bro. Hey, listen. Sound like he said something, but I want to hear from the owner and the GM what they got to say about this.
Yeah, I didn't want McDaniels.
Oh no.
I would rather have Kellen Moore as head coach than McDaniels. Because if you think about it, like, you remember Scott Linehan was the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys for a while, and Dak didn't look as good as Kellen Moore making them look now. Even though, they got good weapons, but for the past 2 years, Dak been putting up great numbers. And Kellen Moore is the mastermind behind it.
And Kellen Moore, honestly, he probably going to be, wherever somebody gives him an opportunity, he's probably going to succeed in that role. But, we don't need none of that Cowboys blue nothing over here. No, sir. That's a bad look. Again, like, I don't know how this fan base would have took it. Again, we probably would have took it like we taking it now. But at the same time, I don't know how I would have been able to stomach, having Kellen Moore from Cowboys blue coming over here. That would have been tough, my guy.
Yeah.
But, hey, man, listen. We about to find out how these domino pieces fall in effect, my man. Hey, listen, we're going to kick back and watch the rest of this thing turned out. We know we still need a defensive coordinator. We still need an offensive coordinator, in my opinion. And we're going to see how this thing rocks, man. But, hey, Lenny, let him know, my guy, because I know you got a channel too. You let him know where to find you at. Hey, go sub my man up also, because he's kicking that knowledge also.
You can find me at Lenny D Eagles. Type it in a search bar, and you'll find me there.
Hey, you already know. Go sub my man up. Again, we all watching this as an Eagle Nation together. I don't know how some of y'all all felt. Hey, listen, real quick, I don't know if you gave your scoop, but like, on a scale of 1 to 10, bro, how do you feel about this hire? 10 being, the best feeling, 1, of course, being straight trash. How do you feel about this hiring?
it's either a 6 or a 7 for me. Like because I don't know how it turned out. You know, he came from the Frank Wright tree, and so I don't know.
Hey, time is going to play that situation out, and we about to see. Hopefully, we see some other pieces fall in place. But hey, Lenny, man, I appreciate you always for coming on this thing, bro. Hey, we gonna keep watching the radar post on what these Eagles do next. But hey, we gonna buckle up for the ride, bro. So hey,
Yes, sir.
till next time, bro. Notion gang, salute.
Salute.
Already, my guy Lenny D coming through with the fire. So hey, gang, listen. We've been rocking for about an hour and 45 now. So again, gang, y'all already know. If y'all new to this ride, y'all know what to do. Go hit that subscribe. Because y'all know how we rocking. Hey, listen, this was some big breaking news for today. I'm still taking it in. I'm going to have to go do some more research on Nick Sirianni because I'm going to be dropping a video, I'm sure, to get my full exclusive review on this. But at the same time, the Eagles need a change. Here we are now with a new head coach. So we got to sit back, buckle up for this ride, see what's going to happen. A lot of these implications are saying that, look, sounds like they're trying to do everything they can to fix Carson Wentz. That's what this coaching hire, in my opinion, looks like, is that they're going all in on Carson this year, and we're going to see how it rocks. I'm not, again, a fan of just handing out jobs. I want to see a quarterback competition or a quarterback battle. But at the same time, listen, I understand the financial restraints. We paid that man Carson, so we need to at least make an effort to try to fix the man or whatever the case may be. I don't think he's broken. I just think mentally he went through a lot last year, and we didn't do nothing to try to help Carson out whatsoever. But again, it is what it is. We about to see how Carson Wentz responds this year. So, gang, we about to go ahead and find out the next domino pieces to fall in place with this team. Whether it's going to be a defensive coordinator, whether Nick Sirianni is going to bring over his quarterback coach, Marcus Brady from the Indianapolis Colts. We about to see it all. But one thing is for sure is this team is filling holes. So, gang, y'all have yourselves a fantastic Eagles day. It's always fly, Eagles, fly. And y'all know what it is, gang. And until next time, y'all know what it is. Gonna keep the notion.